guys, Dan Booknoggin here, and let's talk about No Country for Old Men. This is my second book by Cormac McCarthy, the first one having been The Road. But yeah, like I said, this is my second book by Cormac McCarthy, and I'm sure I'm like a lot of you that I saw the film first, and I guess that the setting for this is 1980 in Texas. It's on the border with Mexico. And I guess this kind of takes off from his Border trilogy, which I have yet to read because, you know, this is my second book by Cormac McCarthy. This is roughly around 300 some odd pages. And if you have seen the film, I'm going to say it's been a while since I've seen the film. I will admit I need to rewatch the film. But if you have seen the film, the events of the book are pretty much right along the same lines. A lot of the action and everything kind of follows the flow of the movie. The only difference I really noticed with the book was that there seems to be more inner dialogue of the villain. And that was another thing, because I was talking to somebody about the film. I know they hadn't read the book, but I knew that they had seen the film. And I was like, that guy didn't really say anything throughout the movie, but like there's all this like inner dialogue, like this guy's thinking all these thoughts while he's going around like murdering people. So like that's one of the main things, I guess, one of the main reasons, one of the main draws for why you might want to read the book versus just seeing the film. There's that. So like I noticed that a couple of people, like a couple of times, like what's being mentioned when there's talk about this book is they're saying there's this whole morality thing, which I gotta admit I did not really see a morality kind of thing going on here. I do know that the lesson I learned from this book is that if you ever come across a bunch of dead people and a bag of money, don't take the money, leave it be, because if you do, you're in for a world of hurt. So yeah, Llewellyn Moss, you know, if you've seen the film, he comes across a bag of money. He's basically realizes too little too late that he probably shouldn't have picked up that money. But we're talking like millions of dollars, so this guy's like, you know, this is life-changing money. And, you know, this hitman, basically, I guess you could call him, he's like a made man, like a mafia type guy, Anton Chigurh. And it's not sugar, but it's pronounced sugar, but it's like spelled C. It's really weird. It's really weird. But I looked up how to pronounce the guy's name, so just take my word for it on that. But yeah, this guy just kind of, just like the film, he's going, and I swear to God, I feel like more people died in the book than I recall from the film. And I kind of feel like the way the film ended just kind of ended and didn't like go into, because for some reason Sheriff Bell, he felt like he was a major player in the book, and like it ended with him and talking about Vietnam War with his father, and yeah, it just kind of felt out of place for the story. Like it felt very unnecessary, like it didn't really feel like it belonged. And that's not spoiling it. I'm not giving away too much, but like I just had to throw that out there, that it felt very out of place for the events of the book and what was going on. It just felt really out of place. Like I said, this is a crime, takes place, so it's historical fiction, I guess you could say, because it takes place in 1980. There's not too much more I can say above and beyond. It was a really fast-paced, quick read. It was something that didn't really take me that long to get through. I did take my time reading it because I kind of wanted to absorb it and think about it while I was reading it. I didn't want to just blast through it and have that be it. But, you know, there's not really too much more I can say. If you've seen the film, you pretty much know what to expect when it comes to the book. You're just going to get a little bit more detail. Cormac McCarthy does like to set the scenario. He likes to tell you what kind of trees, saguaros and all that are going on in the background. He likes to give you those little fine touches of the details, like the blood splattered across the concrete, the tarmac or whatever. You know, he just likes to give those little bit of details to kind of put you in the scene, I guess. So, and it is beautifully written. I will say that it is a crime. It kind of reminds me of other crime fiction, like, you know, that I've read before. So, like, if you are a fan of crime fiction, I think you're going to get something out of reading this, even if you haven't seen, like, by chance you were living under a rock and you've never seen No Country for Old Men. I still think if you like crime fiction, I think you'll enjoy this one. Yeah, so it is worthwhile picking up. I gave it a 4 out of 5 star rating on Goodreads. Like I said, there isn't too much more I can say about it because I felt like, having seen the film and book translation are kind of spot on. There's not that much of a difference, if you get what I'm saying. But if you want to go check this out for yourself, for you folks in the U.S., I will have a link to Amazon down below. If you also got something from this, please donate to my coffee. I finally hit 1,000 subscribers, but now I need watch hours, and it's going to be a while before I get the Google AdSense. I have a feeling it's going to be a very long time before I get Google AdSense back. But yeah, it is what it is. Stay tuned and hit that notification bell so you know when I put up another video, because I'm not doing weekly video uploads anymore. That's all I got for you guys. Till next time, this has been Dan. This has been No Country for Old Men by Cormac McCarthy. I'm going to have to go check out that Border trilogy, but I'm just kind of all Cormac McCarthy'd out, and I'm really not in the mood to go back to that world just yet, so I'm going to take a little breather from it, and I'll probably get to that in a few months. Till next time, later.